Okay, so he's kind of asking. Hashem b'chas alumat hakadosh baruch hu kli b'chulei. B'v'yan Hashem that kli eno kli pashut. Mo b'chol kli gashmi. So tafkido hula malos, where it's just to fill up. Aveda po kumba davish is malleable, but it's passive. This be whatever's in it. The kanas beers also be tzir mikli gashmi. Shlomo male tafkid. But now we're going to try and explain with an example of an active keli. V'hu kliya maxi chom meshem esleis v'yoser. This is I guess a thermos bottle, which holds heat for more than 24 hours. Umashuach bekaspis. I don't know. Somehow they were coated with mercury. Somehow prevented the heat from dissipating. If we had a thermos which lasted for 10 days, so it'd be amazing the quality. Certainly, we had a thermos which would never dissipate the heat. It's an extraordinary vessel. He's burning. Let's look at this. If Hakadosh Baruch Hu just wanted from us a keli which would hold the voice which we heard at our Sinai. So Tiskara shall have as ka Torah that the fire of Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the fire of Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the Torah, would not dissipate. It's called Eish shall have ta, all the fire of its flame. Sukad will burn Kivshas and Sinosa, like when it was given Beligi Ron called without any shortcoming. So Ein Aroch L'Klizeh, such a keli would be extraordinary. She's Gula Gedola, Bikli. The kli would be amazing. Kechoma Gedur would be like a solid barrier against all the potentially cooling down winds. So the Torah tells us that the active vessel, which impacts not just as a container, but as a sustainer, I guess would be, is shalom. It's true, shalom is only a kli, which holds Torah. Nevertheless, shinaim b'medrash nireh erko shalom. We'll see that shalom is far greater than that. Gorah shalom chulei, shokol shalom chulei. Actually, shalom shmo shokol baruch hu. V'amush shalom shokol k'nei kol Torah kula. Abi shem b'atzmam kol shalom rak b'shem keli. Even though it's a keli, it's an amazing one. Mizbarim is that ena chanami. The shalom eno kim kli. Yes, it's a kli. Av kli b'emes shokol k'nei kol panim atzmo. The one which corresponds to the entire inner contents, which is Torah. In other words, you need the shalom as much as you need the Torah. He has a big warehouse full of different vessels. Everything requires a vessel. Everything has a vessel for it to contain it. For everything else, you need to have a vessel. The vessel of Torah is shalom. Shalom is only a midah. No. So the root of Torah is midos. Though the general principles, in which you can extract the Torah. Midah the measure with which we measure is also as keli, which calls a ramakzal. Okay, it's not the same as the mashal with the thermos, because the thermos is still passive, but it retains the heat. But so I'm not sure here whether a better mashal probably would be that you have a vessel which radiates heat, right? So the shalom, the Torah cannot be sustained without the shalom. So therefore, the shalom is the keli which continually infuses the content with new life force. Moshe Kibbutz Torah Sinai mizet tzrich adam laasig rov muz kedushas hakeli. Moshe Rabbeinu atzmo shelo yeh makabel Torah. So Moshe kibel Torah, like a kli kibul, he was receptacle for Torah. So the first active vessel to contain Torah was Moshe Rabbeinu. Klauzu be'emes b'adam atzmo. Muchrachu l'keli shiyutzak bo kol inyan hanetzach. You need a vessel in which the entire concept of eternity should be poured in. Social nefesh adam, the essence of a person's soul, Sel Elokim, Zo Beis Kibul. Akliya Mechil Kol. V'gam nefesh lo timalei, and will never be full. Chazal Mosov Tivos Shakeli, Kli Malei Machzik. The Torah, it has to be a full vessel in order to hold more. But it's like Kli Hu Malei, Zo Beis Kibul Arein Sof. And the more full it becomes, the more effective the keli becomes. Al dershel mechazal biyom akianos, with the ocean shemeimov sof kimayim. Its waters absorb waters. Zeo sora nefesh. Okay, so we just shifted kelim from shalom to nefesh, but I think the principle is the same. That the nefesh of a person is a keli which expands the more it gets full. So it absorbs and expands, and then can hold more. Every syllable of holy stuff enters that keli of the nefesh. Every syllable breaks up into different drops. It goes into different vessels. Shalom, nefesh, other vessels. When we want to evaluate one opposite the other, we'll see that which is spilled relative to the keli, ein lo dimion be'erech klal. I'm not sure what he means by that. Giselle Rak Prat, but he's still, obviously he's saying the keli is still primary, because without the keli you can have no content. In all Torah, there's no discussion of pneumius. In other words, there's no secrets in the Torah itself. No sodos, no sisrei Torah. So about superficial, the mundane. Torah Maisa makes a shurak chitzonius. Mishum emes hu sheikara chitzon. Moshe B'Yaron. Chitzon is primary. Ad she'Rabbeinu Yohanan b'shal Tshuva Utzor Chadesh. So gam malos alinos mitzvah sasehen. The milos which a person has are not discussed in the Torah, and yet Rabbeinu Yohanan wants to put them in. And the only way you can put them in is to make them kind of mitzvah saseh. Takim malos alinos nimsu mitzvah saseh kamo malas abchira b'chulei umalas talmud Torah b'chulei. So Torah is really concerned primarily with the upkeep and maintenance and improvement of the vessel. Lamdeni kol Torah al regel achas. Amalo he'll set him b'after recha kamocha. Korea k'kvar mokam litos shemedaber ukan odos pnim. Maybe they talk about content. Ava, well, it seems like content. Chazal shaklau shenichles b'Torah, that the principle on which Torah is hinged. Amai desani lo chavercha lo tavi. It's in other words, don't think that the Bavriach Mocha is a description of Pneumius. It's actually a description of Chitzonius. Don't do to others what you wouldn't want done to yourself. Ava is Pneumius, and it's not the topic of the Torah itself. Azel she's kind of small. Ogar ben Yeket. It's one of the descriptions of Shlomo Melech. Ogar divrei Torah v'kiyah. He collected the divrei Torah and regurgitated it. Why I say regurgitated, not spilled? Mishum nachison hu by keli. If there's a chisaron in the keli, then things don't just spill out; they get regurgitated, like a stomach problem. Regurgitated like a big bucket. Everything together. It's like somebody who has a bad stomach. They express themselves about him. Shumeki moraso. He's vomiting with his bile. I knew hakog doyle. Great, great amount. Mochen kilcha kli. When the kli is ruined, I'm not sure exactly what the story about Shir Shirim Rabba there. I'm not even sure, not exactly what it's talking about. But Tayasi Bashi Bishvila parts of Chacham Kamayna Chutza. The Chacham are rushed out, not just rushed out, then it regurgitate. In the Ben Kiyum, Uben Ibur HaKokli Rak Bakelim. Amr Chazal Dalit Barkan HaKosh Baruch Hu Mitzon Avid Shemei Raglaim. Shem Cook checked 4 people and found them to be buckets of urine. Umanu who are they? Adam, Cain, Chizkiel, and Bilam. Shishol Chizkiel Mamru and Hashim Elim Mayim Bo. When Hashem asked Chizkiel who are these people, where they come, Amr said, Meretz Chokah Ba'ilun. They came from a distant land, as if Hashem doesn't know. Kamochen Bilam said, Bilam Bagman Sipar Melch Moshe Abalachalai. If Hashem doesn't know. So what? Aino rak mishum haya chisaron bakeli. There's a chisaron in the vessel. Avit. You chazal b'lashon avit shemeraglayim. A container, a bucket. Lomu meraglayim. Didn't say they were like urine. So the container of urine. This is the way it works. Avit shemeraglayim. Yikadel meraglayim. A bucket of urine generates urine. The so evidently a lack of perception of the depth of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's question generates some sort of chisaron, even your Chizkiyahu Melech, and certainly if you're Bilam. Anytime a doesn't have they here translates as something like common sense. So, doesn't have basic intelligence. But when Chazal enumerated all the praise of Moshe, Shachrei Kol, Ilo Yanichnas Mibli Sheikra. I guess Moshe Rabbeinu didn't go in until reading. Do we have something about this before? I don't remember. They would go in without being called. Yeah. In other words, Moshe Rabbeinu had to wait to be called. To go without being called, we saw in Derech Eretz. Yerucham is Derech Eretz. Even Moshe Rabbeinu. Fimash Isbar had Derech Eretz to Akeli. Uvli Akeli, Yev Shat Shet Yah Yitzira. Mizayot Seisar Noral Adam Mahusa Chitzonius. Why Chitzonius is so important. Every glance, Shmiya, thing which he hears, the Dibur, and speech of because the Keli is of extraordinary importance. The time karbanos on nevesh shogeges, why the karbanos on souls which did things inadvertently, they should call avonos yulidu gnai benefesh. All sins cause a repugnance in the soul. Something repugnant. They're a blemish on the soul. Won't be able to greet its creator. That's the Torah of all sins. If not for the fact that sin damages that way, even shogeg, then even the fools of the world would be able to come before Kosh Baruch Hu. That should merit coming close to Kosh Baruch Hu, who gave it. I guess he's saying that. The korban is to fix the keli of the nefesh. Otherwise, I don't understand why this is appearing here.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, that was a good piece. I like this.
Yeah, very interesting.
Okay.
All right.
So next week we're going to skip because it's Purim.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So Freilich and Purim.
Freilich and Purim, yes.
And there's Hashem 2 weeks to pick up with Lamed Dalet.
Yes. Put on your red fez.
Yes, I have a black fez.
Oh, black fez. Okay. I thought I remembered red.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.